If you know these 3 tricks, you can convert any boring screenshot into something out of this world. I brought you some basic knowledge that if you get a complete grasp on, you will be the camera guy of your group, unless you already are. To start, we have the most confusing thing in the world, lighting. But if you understand it, you can create some good stuff. So there's a technique called 3-point lighting. Manipulating this can give you so much atmosphere and vibes in movies, in your drawings, or in your Minecraft screenshots. There are 3 main things. The key light is the main light source. Mostly it will be the brightest. Then comes the fill light, which is a softer variant that shines from the opposite side, mainly to make shadows softer. Then there's the backlight that creates a highlight separating subject from the background. Understanding these 3 will be essential. But even if you pull it off perfectly without the next 2 things, you won't get anything right. Resource pack and shaders can make or break your pics. If you want a dark and horror feel, don't use vibrant color shaders or resource pack. It's common sense, apart from some twisted exceptions if you know what I mean. Personally, I like these must-have free resource packs. Patrick is classic. Go on for beautiful fantasy feel. And Optimum Realism for realistic Minecraft. Check him out, link in description. Number 3, the most important and basic thing, composition. This is the protein of cinematography. If you get it right, you must have an amazing pic. But if you don't, well... Rule of thirds. To explain it simply, these 4 lines divide the frame into thirds. If you keep your subjects or a person between these 2 intersecting lines, it magically makes your frame look cinematic. Not really, magic is not canon, but setting your frame this way will guide the viewer's vision easily, making it cinematic and pleasing to look at. You can get these lines in Minecraft by content overlay mod. If you did everything I said so far, you will have some good screenshot, but they still need some final touch-ups to complete them. So it is time to edit them in Photoshop or any other software like Photopea to improve them even further. This can make your pics look rendered, but they are all just screenshots. To create this dynamic look, you need to give this boring screenshot like some contrast. And we can do that by making an adjustment layer of brightness and increasing brightness to like 70. This will make your pic like really bright. So choose black color and hit Alt plus backspace. This will make this black mask on your brightness and contrast layer, and then you hover over, like stroke over your image, you will see this highlight. Now like a good boy, just stroke over things that are receiving sunlight, like the grass and the face of this house, my character, whatever that is receiving some light, you should stroke over it. One more thing, set your brush to like soft round type, and you can adjust your opacity and flow to like 80 or 20%. Now to make shadows more darker, we're gonna create curves adjustment layer and just do what I'm doing here with the curve. So now you will see your image like a lot darker. So do the same thing with like that mask. Create a black mask and then select white paint and just hover over dark spaces. This will create a good contrast between highlights and shadows. Create another curves layer and do the opposite of what we did before, making it much more brighter. Don't forget to mask your layer with black and select white color again. With this you can create the brightest point in your image to highlight the main things. For me it will be the player and the front of the house. Now we're almost done. I'm just gonna create some sunlight bouncing over this surface by making a new layer with overlay type. Doing this gives a really cool effect, but don't overdo it, just on surface that are like really bright and receiving some sunlight. Next we're gonna create some haze, so create another new layer and set it to like hard light this time and get yourself a blue, light blue color. Don't forget to adjust opacity and like brush size, and then just create this skylight, sky blue light color on like objects that will receive some skylight. I did some little tweaking like this red haze thing near where light and shadow meet, and then made a highlight beside player. It looks way better this way. This whole thing only took me 15 minutes to make. Well, I'm no professional, I don't know if it looks pretty, I just learned this trick few days ago. Well, if you enjoy it, like the channel, subscribe the video. Bye bye.